New York City hosts Toronto for an All-East Conference MLS fixture on Sunday. How will this match play out? Well, let's hear what our guest has to say. Introducing SBR contributor and sports writer Kevin Stott. Now, interestingly, New York have a better away win record compared to their home win record, as does Toronto. So whilst normally the home advantage is key, it looks like in this match, the away advantage is key. Could we be looking at an away win?
I don't think so. I think that's just a quirky statistical thing that you found right at this point in the season. It is weird, and I think it's a byproduct of the New York NYCFC being an expansion team and Toronto just being just a choppy team. They do win on the road, but I think that the home field or the Yankee Stadium home field advantage is going to be huge for New York City Football Club here. Another thing that's huge here, Natalie, is Frank Lampard from Chelsea is making his MLS debut. So the fans are just going to be raucous. There's going to be a lot more people in the stands at Yankee Stadium. There's going to be a lot more energy, and they're going to expect a lot. They also signed Andrea Pirlo from Juventus this week as their third designated player. So They have David Villa, they have Lampard, and they have Pirlo now. So anyone that's listening, and if you see a 50-1 futures bet for the NYCFC to win it all, throw $5 or $10 on it. It's worth it because all of a sudden they have this European just wealth of talent and age and information brought into a younger club, and these guys are going to want to win. Look what Robbie Keane did with the Galaxy. Look what Beckham did. These guys do have a huge impact on the MLS, and I think Lampard is worth a goal himself in this particular game.
Yeah. Well, New York City are the favourites on the winners market. I'll just read out those odds. 2.2 for New York City with Coral. The draw's 3.5, Bet365, and Toronto is 3.5, 888 Sport. Those are all the best odds I could find. So would you take, the New York bet, would you, to win?
I would. Just because of the situation. The thing, you have a reality here, even though these two teams, people don't know a lot about these teams. Toronto's actually playing pretty good soccer right now. They've won 3 or 4, 5 of their last 8. And New York City, we talked about it last week, they look like the rats of the league, like they were going to be the worst team. And all of a sudden, they're playing great. They've won 4 of their last 6, 4-1-1 in their last 6. And they did beat Toronto 2-0 in the only meeting up in Canada in the province of Ontario. So they're going to be confident in this game. And then you toss in Lampard, and then the reality that Pirlo probably won't be suited up, but he'll be on the sidelines. And all of a sudden you've got this fervor, like, hey, we got a team here that we can pull for. And sometimes those things, the things that are outside the lines, actually do come into play, Natalie. The who's on your roster, how many fans are there, how much momentum you have, and that's all built into the handicap. And I think that's a huge thing here. Frank Lampard's first game for NYCFC at home in Yankee Stadium, I think that's worth an automatic win in my book.
Okay. Now, the reverse match, June 20th, saw New York City win 2-0. Now Toronto are playing on the road. Is there anything that makes you think that they can score this time? Both teams to score is 1.73. Yeah,
that's a really good question, just because of the fact that Toronto, I watched this game and I bet on it, and I believe I handicapped it for SBR, but they went to Los Angeles and played the Galaxy, and they got smashed 4-0. Robbie Keane, the aforementioned Irishman, had a pure hat trick, and they just smashed him. So Toronto didn't score. They got the crap beat out of them. But the thing is, they're playing good soccer, and they do believe they're coming off a game where they just got beat 4-0. The whole thing they want to do now is not get embarrassed, Natalie. The whole thing they want to do is find a way to score a goal. So with that reality, playing an expansion team, I think they're going to find a way to score a goal. They could make this hard on New York's NYCFC, but the thing is, knowing all that, it's good for the over. You got Lampard, you've got a team that wants to score, and then you got a team that's mad that got shut out, that can score, that has been winning, that still is in the play. That's another thing to bring into this. Philly wants to make the playoffs, and they're thinking, hey, this is an expansion team. Who cares that Lampard's coming in? Let's beat him. Let's show him what's up. So they're going to give him a good game for as long as they can. But I expect the sight to be the most important thing here, along with the Lampard factor. And I'd say New York will find a way to win it 2-1. But there should be an exciting game. It could even be like a 3-2 game.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. So what's the sort of the best way to play this match?
I like the over a lot. I like the over in this one, over 2.5. And then I think another good way to play it, Natalie, is the NYCFC draw no bet, minus $1.87. just because of Lampard coming in and David Villa. Let's not forget David Villa. He's a real leader of this team. You know, we talk about Lampard or Pirlo or that they're a new team, but the heartbeat of this team is David Villa, the Spaniard, and he's a heck of a soccer player, and he will probably be the difference in this game, in my opinion. He might even get the game-winning goal. But I say NYC draw no bet would be the second best bet at minus $1.87.
Yeah, and do you think the minus $1.87, is that enough value, would you say?
That's a tough question. That's like asking like if bananas are on sale, you know, and how bruised are they? I think that's a fair price because you're getting the draw built into it, and you're at home. If they do draw, you don't lose any money, right? So I think that's fair. I know what you're saying. Yeah, you would hope that would be near $1.50 or $1.37 or something, but it's $1.87 because listen, the odds makers aren't idiots. They know that. I mean, listen, the odds makers. They know that Lampard's coming in, and they know that NYCFC already beat Toronto there. So the standings and the goals for and against don't even matter now. It's a matter of what's going on this Sunday in this game, and what does the future hold for these two teams. And I think the future's bright for NYCFC. I don't know if they win. They definitely probably won't win it all this year, but they might be able to make the playoffs with Lampard coming in. But yeah, there's still over half a season to go, so it'll be interesting to follow this team. And like I said, 50-1. If you want 50-1 and you want some fun, that this is the time to jump on NYCFC.
All right, wonderful. Kevin Stott, thank you for joining us.
Okay, thanks, Natalie.